Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting the race very shortly in about 8 minutes. Till then we have some small technical difficulties and we will be back before the race starts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RFO Season 5, round number 8 today, and we are in the new seat, what promises to be a very exciting race. But before that, let's take a look at the last week. Acer is actually looking very strong. My apologies, I turned one thing up too high. Anyway, let's take a look back at last week, because Acer was looking very strong with almost winning his race. Unfortunately, he had a disconnect, meaning he had no choice to retire. Cap took the win from him. But while that happened, I am very curious if Acer can pull back and get a redemption arc today. He told previously in an interview that this is a very good track for him because of the long sweeping corners. You can see a lot of enthusiasm for some of the drivers that will be racing today. There also been going around some rumors that the car will be racing today. If that would be the case, you could say goodbye to any predictions of a competitive race. Anyway, let's take a look back at the standings, because that is where it gets interesting. Looking at the standings of the drivers, you can see that Cap is massively in the lead with probably no chance of someone catching up. But the fight for P2, that's on, because Bev, Qatar and Acer are tied with 88 points each. The car behind that with 57.75 points, yeah. He may get P2, but it is unknown because he's not driving every race. He's very inconsistent when it comes to that at the moment. Hogbase in 5th with 61 points, very close behind. That actually is clocked with the Alfa Romeo and Outguard, and after that some. So it's a very big fight at the top of the midfield, but also at the back of the midfield with Kral, Alp, Aviation and Artemis, and even Warlord and Frez. There are a lot of drivers who want to fight now for big points. If you back down, if you're at the bottom like Frez and you get a lot of points, you can get, well, a lot of positions up really fast. Did I just... It's not raining at the moment, so we will be starting in 3 minutes. Also, it actually was very unusual because the care, or I mean, Officer Cap, that was his name, was actually not in a very good position. He was having a lot of struggles, more than usual. It will be a question if that will happen again today. Maybe he found a way to compose himself back, or maybe he didn't. We will find out very, very shortly. Also looking briefly at the constructor standings, Vexilon Racing at the top with a very large gap to Ferrari. Craig in 3rd, and it looks like they will safely keep there, but the fight is definitely on between Alfa Romeo and Brandstar Racing, with only 1 point separating the two. It will be a question which one of them will come out on top. Aston Martin in the back, they will have to get a lot of points. It's the same for Alpine. If they don't get enough points before Great Britain, there is a chance that their team principal will be replaced in order to get a more stable team management. Alright, we are not far away from starting the race. Currently it looks like Hogbase has the fastest time during practice with a 1.3.9. And the end of the day we have seen faster from the likes of Acer, who is not here for some reason. Maybe will show up later. We'll have to hope so. Hello, Zako. Thank you very much for the whatever it was. Sup, hello. Anyway, let's go begin the intro, and we will be with you again very shortly.
The chandeliers, the wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti, champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer, run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we fall to the finish line. I will believe it, underdog dreaming, don't get your tears, who's gonna say it? Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line.
Alright, looking a bit at the rain chance for today, it looks like it will be 10% rain, and people have already joined. Oh, that was not meant to happen that soon. I think so. Anyway, going to the race now. It looks like Buffett Qatar is on pole, with Officer Cap and Outguard very close behind him. It doesn't look... I don't see the care anywhere on the list. But maybe he will join back soon enough. Here we go. 35 laps to go. Hello, Vexlan. And the lights go on and they go out. It's a slidey start for most people, but the Alfa Romeo of Thomas is actually had a very good start by the looks of things. And Outguard had a problem. Oh no, Outguard had a stall. Outguard stalled on the start. Luckily, I know what to do. Hopefully that will help him. And yes, he is back on the way, but that will cost him a lot of time. Anyway, back at the front, it looks like Dutch Master had a pretty okay start, but Officer Cap is the one leading. Someone is going very wide there. That was one of the Jaguars. So far, it looks like everyone else got away scot-free. Hawk with a pretty bad stop. Zeus is in a very unusual car, by the looks of things. The car going wide, that was Santorno. I think he had a... Oh, and there's someone going into the wall, and that is Afterfart. No damage, but he will need to make sure he does not do that again. If he wishes to keep his position. Back at the front, it looks like Acer is in the lead, or it is Officer Cap. It is very close, but it looks like Acer is the one leading. Officer Cap behind, and after that Moto. But due to the lag, it is very hard to see at the moment. Looks like most cars... Oh no. Something on the camera did not work out as intended. Is Officer Cap where? Oh, he's still there. It looked... Oh, Buffett. Oh, that's not Buffett. Or probably two different Ferraris. It looks like Moto went very wide and lost a lot of time there. There will be a lot of... Oh, someone going into the barrier or on the curbs. That was Jexkus, whatever his name was. I never remember. That is not what he wants today. But the predictions look to be true, that Acer is one of the fastest on the track at the moment. And Del Boyo is walking on the track. That is not how it's supposed to happen. But Acer, I think he had a moment. Because the gap was a lot closer or less close. It is a bit weird to see at the moment. But from what I see, Acer is ahead. And that is very nice to hear. I mean, I don't think it's very nice to hear for someone like, I don't know, Vexlan, but it's not like I care. I mean, it looks like Buffett is getting a warning not to go wide there again. That's will be something to look at. Big Guy's having a very poor start because he's down in P14, actually going a bit wide there. That is... Oh, he's hitting the wall, I think. That is not very good going by him. I think he's having a lot of trouble, and someone else actually hit the wall, and that was Zeus. Outguard far down the pack, he needs to catch up hard. Neo is oh, wait a second. Buffett, what is Buffett doing there? He just went full off the track, I think. And that is Officer Crab, who is out, Officer Fart, my mistake, out of the race. I don't know what the reason was for that, but I assume it was a disconnect. Hawk going also a bit wide. Maybe they'll be taking a look at that. Neo doing a very good job up there, but it looks like the standings are not as accurate as hoped. Buffett putting the fight on against Dodge Master, I believe. Yes, correct, Dodge Master. Infinite Magic also trying to overtake Moto. And is anyone going hard into the wall? I think most people are just scraping the wall, but not actually driving in it with full force. Infinite going a bit wide. Maybe there will be looked at that, maybe there will not be, we'll have to see. Acer, the gap is now 1.7 seconds, he is owning the competition at the moment. I wonder if that will cause Officer Cap to make a lot of mistakes again, just like he did in USA. And yeah, motor going wide there again. It is something to look at. And there is a car in trouble. That was Santorno has dropped down a bit. Neo also. Both the Jaguars had a problem. It looks like Neo had a bump. I don't know if we've seen that. I haven't seen it myself, but maybe it was seen on camera while I wasn't looking. That could be a good possibility. Buffett looks like he is climbing away from Dutch Master, but he himself is under pressure by Infinite Magic and Moto. It's actually just Moto, but when you say it twice, it's better. Yeah, it's very hard to see at the moment who is where. Did Buffett have a little moment, or is that just... Yeah, it just looks like the server is also having a very hard time to see who is where. Oh, and there's someone going wide, and that was Infinite, I believe. Went a bit to... And Neo had a problem, I think, too, as well. He is... Yeah, he's having a trouble. B guys, what is he doing there? He is having pit stop issues. That is very unusual. He's even getting lapped. Officer Cap also pitting now. I think he's going for a very aggressive undercut. The camera is not really cooperating at the moment. But it is a question, what will Acer do now, considering he is ahead, but if Officer Cap is going for an undercut, it will be the question, will Acer stay out again just like in USA and try to gain advantage there, or will he pit later to... Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about at the moment. I'm just focusing on too many things. Neo is having a lot of trouble with the bumps apparently. Looking now at Acer, will he pit this lap or will he stay out for a long time? It looks like he will stay out, probably to gain a advantage on the tires down later in the race. Another person who is pitting is Sogetsin and Hawk. I don't know who created the cameras on this game, but it is worse than I expected. Look at that, Faxalon sponsoring. I hope we're gonna get money from that. If we're not, I'm going to be very disappointed. Acer leading. It says that Infinite Magic is in P2, which would be very nice for the Craig team, but it is very close between them, Buffett, Moto. It is really just... All the cars at the front are very close to each other. As I get a ping, which is not important. I'm just... Anyway, it does look Acer has pitted. And that means Buffett will take the lead. I'm questioning if Buffett, or is Acer's doing an undercut too. Buffett going very wide, but let's see where the hell Officer Cap will point out against Acer. Acer coming out of the pits now. And they are side by side. Officer Cap just overtakes him, but Acer is on, I think, 2 laps fresher tires. So he will have it easier against the care. Officer Cap, my mistake. B guys, yeah, he's really having trouble again. Still the same issues at the first part of the season. He was very fast, and now he's dropping off like a fly. Hawkbase also very low, but he has pitted not so very long ago, so he still has some catching up to do. Oh, and there's someone going wide, and that is Thomas, one of the fan favorites based on what I've seen in the comments so far. Infinite Magic is pitting, Bevet Guitar is pitting, and Moto is pitting now. And Dodge taking the lead, still staying out. It's very different strategies by everyone. Very interesting to see. Oh, the camera work is just a nightmare. Anyway. Santorno coming out of the pits. Acer having jumped Officer Cap, I believe. Yes, we can see him in front, as Officer Cap is getting used to see the rear end of Acer. Kral doing nice with P3 and P4, but they haven't pitted yet, so they will have it harder later down the race. Oh, and there is... oh no. They don't only have troubles later down the race, they already have it now, going very much over the curbs. And I think most will pit. Kral will not pit. Clocks will pit, Dodge will pit. Kral's staying out. That's very unusual, the leaders are right behind him. Haven't expected that, but when you're in a bottom team like that, I mean, you could try alternative options. Which is certainly something Kral is doing at the moment. Very interesting to see. Jacques in the pits going onto the hards like most people. Yeah, it looks like Officer Cap still can't catch Acer, so it looks like Acer has another chance of winning a race, which is certainly something he needs. Hawk has pitted, but it is actually been quite a while since he did. So yeah, do with that what you will. Now is the question, will Kral pit now or will he pit later in the race? He's staying out. Acer is just behind him. That is very interesting. It's all very interesting, yes. Officer Cap lost a huge amount of time, to the point where Infinite is actually getting on his tail. I think he might have made a mistake there. As they now go side by side, can Infinite overtake Officer Cap? Looks like Officer Cap gaining some time again against Infinite. So I suppose it was just a mistake that was made, but he's back at it. Kral, Acer's now fully going over to overtake Kral, going a bit wide doing so, but that's fine. Will Kral pit now? He's staying out again. I think he's going for a one stop. I mean, his tires must be completely done. And Acer overtakes him without pretty much any struggle. Oh wait, now Kral's fighting back a bit. He is not afraid to put his elbows out. Cap is now 4.7 seconds behind, so I think he actually gained a little bit of time. But not much, because his Infinite is ahead of him. How did that happen? Is Officer Cap actually struggling that much? Or is it something else? Is Infinite just really showing his pace on this track? Because if so, that would be very good for Craig Racing. Kral he's still staying out. He is on a completely other strategy than everyone else in the game. It's very much the question if it will pay off. Also kept trying to fight back against Infinite, who is also going a bit wide. Some unusual tactics, as I would say. Meanwhile, behind him Moto is, and Buffett is a bit further down the road. Oh, Cloak's having a little moment there. But he is fine. Kral getting a warning for turn 1. I think he had a little moment there. Oh, Hawk goes over! Hawk flips the car! He has put it away. He has got lucky with not crashing out completely. But that is not something he wanted, because now Zentorno is past him and Jack Harrison is very much closer to him. And is that Kral pitting? It is. Finally, Kral going into the pits for what I assume to be the hard tires. However, I am very much questioning if those tires can take him to the end. But he did stretch the hards for an extremely long time, so that is something to keep in mind. Acer just fully ahead of the pack, while Infinite is still holding off Officer Cap. This is very impressive by him. And Thomas is out. He crashed out in the 3rd sector at a very tough spot. And that is the end of his race. Very sad. Officer Cap, what happened to him? He's lost another a little bit of time. Vexilon racing in the mud indeed. Yeah, Buffett even getting close to him, so yeah. We don't expect that to happen, I think. Once again, he is struggling. Zentorno is actually... Or is it Kral that overtaken Zentorno? Either way, they are very close together. With Hawk behind them, who really needs to play catch up at this point, as he's going a little bit wide again. Neo also having a lot of trouble in P13. Outguard, yeah, he's just... After the bad start, he is just nowhere. And up at P15 now, but... It's not enough, considering he's already on the new tires. After that, B guy still driving with a huge gap. That is just a shame to see. Back at the front. Just kept hitting the ball a tiny bit, but he is getting a run on Buffett. But look at the gap to Infinite. This is a daydream for Craig, as Buffett going very wide, but it doesn't look like it's helped him very much, considering Officer Cap is a little bit closer. Yeah, only thing Acer has to worry about now is the small 10% chance of rain or another disconnect, which would make him the unluckiest person ever if that would be the case. Ferraris are doing actually very well, so that will be very good points for them. If they can keep Officer Cap behind, it would. And something happened. Hawk has been released. Has Hawk been released in the middle of the race? That can't be true. It is true. Hawk base has been fired in the middle of the race. That is not something you hear all day. And I don't think he knows it. Yeah, he probably knows it now, so that will make his focus go down even more, so keep an eye out on that, I would say. Oh, and that is Buffett! Buffett crashing out of the race in the back straight. Massive crash by him, and there goes Ferrari chances of getting good points. That is a big shame for him, considering he was in a big fight with Acer, who is pitting early. Officer Cap, what has happened to... Is he also pitted? Yeah, he's also pitted in the time. I haven't even paid attention to that, considering the news about Hogbase. I think Acer now just acted as to stop the undercut from Cap. And where is Cap at the moment? Is that the guy ahead of him? It is not. Officer Cap is way down behind him. Infinite Magic now leading, with Moto very close behind him. And after that, Dodge, Cluxed and Acer. Kral into P7. So he is into the points. Hawk pitting for new tires as well. I'm wondering if we can get the team owner of Vexilon Racing into a VC at the moment to just have a little chat about what the hell just happened and why he decided to fire Ace or fire Hawk in the middle of the race as Infinite goes into the pits. Looks like Moto will be leading now. Clocked at a pretty large gap behind him, but Acer there and off. Is that? No, it's not Officer Cap. It is Dodge, who is very close behind Acer. I think Acer have a little twitch there. Maybe, maybe not. But it looks like Acer is firmly ahead of Dodge. Interesting. Very interesting. Acer in a very good place now, coming up on the rear of Clockst. It looks like Officer Cap is still ahead, or is still behind Infinite Magic, so he is doing a very good job. I think last race he had a lot of trouble, but this race he is showing his potential. I don't really remember last race, so don't point me out if I make a mistake there. Outguard getting a warning for turn 1. As Zeus pits, who is, well, let's just say he's in a league of his own. Moto pits 2 for the Hearts, relieving him from first place as Acer takes that responsibility back over. Crown's actually only 12 seconds behind Acer, so he's doing a very good job. Gotta say that. Junkskas is also doing good, up to P9, fighting Zentorno. Outguard P13 now, he will have to put a bit more onto it, as Zentorno gets actually a track warning. Hawk also going very wide, I think that will be a warning for him too. Yeah, what a day he's having. This racing, the race goes wrong and then he's having a lot of trouble. As Clockst is actually pretty close to Acer. Never mind, it's now 2.1 seconds. Oh, Clockst did hit the wall a little bit there, but he is A-okay. Nice there. Zentorno lost a little bit of time to Jixcus, whatever his name may be. Vexilon, if you are still listening in, I would find it nice if you could drop by and explain to me what is happening with Send with I'm already forgetting his name. If you could explain to me what is happening to Hawk Base and why you released him from his duty, as to say. Neo, I think he had a pit issue there again, considering he is talking in the chat, but he is out now. As these four guys are fighting very hard for what is essentially P7. So if you make a mistake there, you drop a lot of points. So they all gotta keep their head cool. Dodge spitting too. Acer and Infinite in a Craig 1-2 Dreamland. Texlon saying that he can't do the interview because it's obvious he was fired, and I gotta say he has a very good point with that, considering the performance of a Hawk has been, let's just say it hasn't been what it was supposed to be.
Suspicious performance from Hawk Base.
You could say that again. I think he is under a lot of pressure considering his situation. Did B guys crash? Hold on a second. He crashed. Apparently I didn't even see it. That is a shame. I don't even... Oh, he just set a point in the chat. I haven't even noticed that. Clock's pitting as well. It looks like from the image that I see, Acer crashed on the... Or no, wait, yes. I'm very confusing at the moment.
Big Eyes looks like he's left the race, so
yeah,
my UI, he crashed out somewhere.
Yeah, I see an image now that he crashed in the pit lane entry. Once again, the pit lane is not
seriously?
the place for him. Yeah, he just smacked into the pole in the middle.
Just Big Eyes thinks.
Big Eyes, I don't know what he thinks. I haven't seen his reaction yet. Vexlon does say that if Hawk Base will somehow get the top 5 finish, he is allowed to stay. That's something. I don't know if we're gonna get it. Officer Cap once again in the mud. Last race it was handed to him with pure luck, I think we could call it. This race, I don't think the luck is on his side, and he will, with 10 laps left to go, have to fight harder for probably even a podium.
So we've got Big Eyes' reaction. He forgot what setup he was on, and he thinks the race was SHIT. But he got fastest lap, so he's okay for now.
Yeah, but the fastest lap isn't gonna do anything to you if you crash out or finish outside the top 10.
Oh yeah, but at least he got the point, so at least he crashed out, but yeah, so the other competitors cannot get the fastest point for the race, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that.
And another point Big Eyes added into the interview was...
Neo! He crashed into the pit lane as well, he lost his front wing.
Dang.
How did that even happen?
So Big Eyes said, F word New Zealand, and he said also, all my homies hate New Zealand. So that's for the reaction of Big Eyes on the race right now.
Neo has decided to leave the race after crashing in the pit lane. Voluntarily. Officer Cap pitting. That is actually a weird choice. Going on the hards. That's...
Well, we just got proof that Neo will not be GT3 champ in the upcoming season.
Oh, we already knew that part.
Oh, you already... Wait, what? We already knew that?
Based on his performance this season, I would say I knew it.
Very good analysis, Nelis.
Thank you very much. It's very hard. There's been asked if we can show the fight for P4, and we certainly can. We can see here that there is no fight right at all.
There's a fight for P4 right now between Moto, Sogetsin, Kahneman and Clocks. And
it's a fight for P3, I would say.
P4.
Moto almost hit the wall, but we're going to ignore it because why the hell not?
Thank you, Vexeland, for shouting the fight in the chat.
Jessica is having a green middle sector. That is, or green first sector, my mistake. That is interesting. I always loved that last corner. A lot of speed going through there and always waiting for the moment for someone to hit the wall. Speaking of hitting the wall, I think it will be a question now between Acer and Infinite because if Acer has a issue now, Infinite will pretty much be given a race win, considering Moto is 23 seconds behind. That is a massive gap.
Oh, Zaco15 mobile player in the chat said, suggestion Mercedes versus Ferrari. You have a good point right there.
Yep. I will be watching that.
Zaco15 mobile player really has a good
Moto
point
ahead
right there.
now.
Moto in the Ferrari versus Sogatsin in the...
I don't know
right
who of them
P4
has the fresher
changes.
tires.
Keeps swapping around.
Going for that corner, you have to be very careful. If you hit the yellow bumps, you get not only get flung off the race track, but also off or onto the barrier. And in that case, your race is pretty much over because you cannot move your car anymore. Looking at what people are saying, it looks like Clockst is more going after the position. What is going on with Kral? Kral keeps running wide. Well, with a strat like his, I think you gotta do. Oh! That was dodge. Oh, massive crash. What happened there? That was scary. Jesus.
I'm watching the live, by the way.
What are you watching?
The live stream. So
Oh, well, enjoy it.
20 seconds off.
Enjoy what will be coming your way.
So let's see what happened to Doge and...
Moto imp. Oh, Officer Cap hits the wall too.
Oh,
he's fine,
okay.
he's fine, he's fine, he's
Wow.
fine. Yeah, it's
Okay,
scary,
that's
right?
That's one hell of a corner to lose the car at.
I mean,
Happens often.
his car turned into a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, but you know, he tried to counter steer and a pump at the same time. So at this point, he was game over.
Yeah, we're just watching Hawk, who is not in a very good position at the moment, as the fight for now
I
P4
know.
is continuing, as we cannot see anything, because this is the Monaco race director. Anyway, clock's ahead, but it looks like Sogetsen is the one with just not enough pace. I think this is also one of the...
Does Infinity Magic have the net lead? Oh, is it Acer?
Wait a second. No, Acer pitted.
Acer pitted.
And he's on the mediums, so... Infinite pitting now too, so... Hold on a second. Alright, there was just... That is just case, he's out. The Aston Martin somehow crashed out, as we're watching a lot of cars there on track, as Zeus... For some reason he's letting by every car. I think we should inform him that is not needed, as Hawk takes the green first sector. That's needed for him. Infinite is actually on the soft, so is he going to attack Acer is the question now. I think so. 5 laps to go, Acer is leading, but Infinite is on softs behind him. Is this going to be a battle inside Craig, as... What did Hawk do? Oh, he just had a red middle sector. He's fine, he's fine, he's fine. Well, actually he's not fine. As we see Officer Cap battling.
Okay, Acer has it in the bag if he doesn't choke it.
Yeah, Acer is going for a fastest lap attempt. He does not get it. But it is a question if Infinite can catch up to him, considering he is on the better tires. with only 5 laps left. That is...
If Acer wants to win the race, he has to cross the finish line in first.
Oh, come on. We all knew it would be coming. I just waited for it. Anyway, Officer Cap, can he score a podium because he desperately needs one as the gap between Infinite and Acer goes down by 5.2 seconds as Infinite gets a green first sector. Anyway, Officer Cap has just overtaken Moto, but the question about this, or the thing about this track, is that DRS is very important. You don't have many places to charge ERS. How did you do that in the race?
How to charge ERS in the race? Simple, you don't.
Yeah.
No, actually, no joking. I think I did a tiny bit on turn 1.
Infinite is actually
Turn
gaining.
3 and 4, the chicanes. And the hairpin at the end of sector 2.
But do you have
That's
to...
the only way you can regain.
I mean, you would use less ERS. You would probably, when you have DRS, would you still use ERS? Or would you not use it because you... Oh, Infinite has a drift! Hot damn, that was nice.
So to answer your question, use it on the corner exits. But when you have DRS, turn off your ERS and just let it regen on the next corner braking zone.
But at a track like this, you would obviously lose less ERS than what you normally would use because you don't have many.
Actually, quite the contrary. New Zealand, you need to waste a lot of ERS in order to be quick on the straights.
Moto!
No, it's a full straight line. Moto almost loses it. Almost.
Jesus.
That was close.
That was close indeed. Anyway, thank you very much for answering that. It looks like Infinite is gaining a bit, considering the gap is down 3.8 seconds.
Infinity on the soft compound.
Let's see if there's any changes now going over the finish line, and it is still 3.8, so he will have to pick up the pace if he wants to win.
Officer Cap losing some ground to the guys behind him. Moto most likely.
But he has a good time at the moment between them, so I think Officer Cap has P3 in the bag as long as he doesn't screw up anything, as Infinite goes down with 2 milliseconds. Or 2000s of 200s, I don't know.
200s.
I don't know, math.
Oh, Infinity! Oh,
what?
Went 2 wheels over there. 2 wheels before the DRS zone after the chicanes.
Moto actually clipping a little bit of the yellow curse, but he is fine. As you can see down there in the back, that is Officer Cap chasing away. Moto defending very hard from
Yeah, that's a whole second lost of Acer right there. That's probably the win in the back for Acer now.
Yeah, I think Acer now
I don't see any way Acer could lose the race. If only, you know, someone DDoSed him.
Someone who is losing places is Moto. Clocks just overtook him.
You know what happened in USA?
I know what happened in USA. I saw it live and it was hell. Will this be redemption day for Acer?
Have cut the penultimate turn. I don't know if that's allowed by the race director.
I don't know. You can always discuss it with them if you think something is
the race is over.
Yeah, we're probably going to
back
it
to
in a
the
month or 5.
P4 since Officer Cap just dropped the guys behind. Let's be honest, he has P3 in the back.
Yeah, he's just in his own place.
You see the Alfa Romeo leading from the Ferrari, something that never happened before.
Yeah. I mean, the Ferrari he needs to pick up if he wants to still get P4, but
so current
on the other
track
side.
battles we have P4, Clocksked and Moto for P4. For P7 we have Krolderman and Z2 and Torno. And we have a battle for P9 probably incoming with Outguard and Hogbase.
Going on
the
to
rest
the final
of them
lap
are not
now.
in the points, so I don't see a point in
Moto. He's
them
really
for now.
trying to catch up.
Especially when only 13 cars are running. Actually 11. With 000 underscore Zeus being the last runner.
Yeah,
Final lap. Now,
it looks like
Infinite
was not smart on using
Infinity
the soft.
Dosso as well. No news so far. We're kind of seeing a 1-2 for Craig right now.
Yeah, it will be the first one to of
Not very
Craig.
much to say besides
Even the
Acer
first
led the
win.
race pretty well. No mistakes, consistency, and also New Zealand as well.
Can you hear me? Just checking.
It is confirmed. The guy with the brand, the PC brand name wins New Zealand. Infinity Magic
It
comes
is
home.
Redemption
Take
Day
P2,
for
his best
Acer.
result yet. And Officer Cap.
He takes
No idea what
his
happened there.
first
Not really on
win.
pace, but that's a podium. Good recovery.
Yeah, I
And
think
we
he is
see
not very happy with
the
that.
other runners picking up 12 points for Alfa Romeo. Clock scale, nice. Good job.
Crow
Moto for
actually lost the
Ferrari.
place.
I think they've lost the World Constructors Championship right now, Ferrari. So gets in P6.
Is my sound broken?
I would say solid performance from him.
Yes, it is.
Zetio Antonio coming home. P7 wins
Hello.
the battle between Kran and himself.
Can people
And we have
still hear me?
final 2 points runners. Outguard 87
Why?
in the Brand Star. With my name on the
Hello.
halo.
Why?
Hello guys.
Hello. Yeah, my sound is
Which
busted.
takes P9.
Anyway,
points.
the care
Still-
cannot hear me
still
at the
points now.
moment. So
Good recovery from him from being dead last. And obeys your disappointing P10 for the excellent team.
hello. Yes, you can hear me again. Okay, great. Anyway, we had a little sound issue there with you not being able to hear me. But anyway, Acer having the redemption arc he so desperately deserves. Craig Racing, who won
Yeah,
to
that is a GG. That is a GG.
Officer Cap, tough race for him in P3. Clockstem Moto and Socket, very hard battle. Crowl with the interesting strat with P8. Hawk, who got, well, let's say just, he has had coming what we expected of it, and that did not make any sense. He was out of the team in the middle of the race. Buffett, big guys, Centono, Dodge, a lot of things happened today.
Oh wow.
But at the end of the day,
Buffett, the best racer on the grid, crashed out.
yes,
That's
indeed.
a surprise. What a surprise. Quality driver.
Anyway, let's go back to the more important stuff, and that is that Acer has won, and we should be very happy with that.
Anyway. Oh, and Infinity Magic is out of the race. He crashed out. He's missing a wheel.
We don't
Unfortunately for him, P2 is now gone. He's now DNF'd. Officer Caps takes P2 with clock scale, having a podium. Just kidding, that's not how it works.
I thought so, because if it was what it works, I would have killed you.
Okay. What time is it? Interview time?
Yeah.
Okay, I will let you handle him.
Alright, let's see if people are very interesting. Now that there are still people here, who do you think is the driver of today? I mean, my vote's obvious, it's going to Acer for what he did, but I want to know what other people are thinking at the moment.
Probably Infinity Magic. I mean, I know I know New Zealand is his strongest track, but I don't think he's ever been front running before.
Alright, let's get Acer up in here. Acer coming up, let's have a little talk. Hold on, I need to change my sound so we can understand you good. Or your mic is very
Acer.
low.
Okay. Pretty happy, I guess. I mean,
How is your voice low?
your voice was never low to begin with, but okay.
Come on.
Bruh. I bet you're trying to make your voice low right now as well. It's not naturally this low, is it?
That's my
Oh,
voice.
okay, okay.
Anyway, Acer, very much congratulations on your win. Could you talk a bit about what went through your mind when you finally won this redemption of a race?
Yeah, for the final lap, I was just praying that I don't get disconnected like last race and like just get a win shown away. So like, but I mean, that's kind of all that was going through my mind, because I mean, at that point in the final lap, I was pretty much safe from guys behind, so I was just kind of relaxed. I just brought it home.
Yeah, because Infinity Magic got above. So yeah, congratulations to you.
Wait, what did you say?
Infinity Magic got above.
Oh shit, he did that.
Yeah,
I mean, I had quite.
he lost a second while trying to chase you. Yeah, he screwed up someone.
Wait, was he on softs for the final stint?
Yep, he
Ah.
was.
I was wondering how he's catching up so quickly.
He was catching up so quickly, but I think Taiwan just made a dinner out of him.
Yeah, the sauce weren't gonna last 6 laps, I knew that.
Acer, something we have wondering is these 2 races you've been driving like a champ. Next race, what do you think then? Are you still in it to win it?
The next race is Great Britain, right?
I think so.
Well, if it is Great Britain, then I mean, Great Britain is another track that I'm good at, because I mean, like I said last time, I'm good at tracks with long corners, like long fast corners and like all of that, so I think I should be able to do well in Great Britain as well. Possibly a win.
We just had breaking news come in that Hawkbase has been signed to drive for Jaguar.
So in other terms, he has been brutally fired from Vexel Racing.
In the middle of the race even, so that is quite a way to go out. That goes on my checklist. Also, driver of today, by the looks of things, Hawkbase is the driver of today, because I only see 1 vote.
Oh,
So
he
that's
actually
nice.
got fired mid-race. How does that driver get fired mid-race? Like, does he just go back into the pits?
Yeah, that's certainly something.
Oh yeah, okay. Hawkbase got fired after he flipped.
Yeah, that is certainly something. Anyway, Acer, thank you very much for your time here, and good luck next race.
Yep, see you next time.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening, Carl the
Andy.
man. And good result in P8.
8. Yeah, I won stops. I did 21 laps on those hards.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it.
That was kind of unexpected. I think I made a little bit too many mistakes. I could probably have been a few seconds off the road and possibly got ahead of Falcon. But I'm actually very happy. I wanted to extend the first stint because my tires weren't that bad, even though I was dropping. But my team boss ordered me to block box on lap 14.
Wait, you were seriously ordered to box?
Yeah, I wanted to carry on, but he told me to box because I was complaining about understeer.
I mean, you're the driver, you know what you're doing. It's
Yeah.
it's not the team owner's job to tell you what to do, honestly.
Yeah, I should have carried on because honestly, pace wasn't that bad. I was still in the podium positions for most of that stint, but yeah,
If I was
it
you,
worked out.
to be honest, if I were to be in your position with the team owner asking me to box, I would just fire the team owner mid-race.
I mean,
Because that's how I work.
if we're on
That's how
that
you
subject,
operate.
why the hell
That's
not?
that's the Sigma grind set.
Yeah, I just sign my team owners and yeah.
Yeah,
The team owners don't sign me, I sign them.
exactly.
I want them to become my team owner, so they are under my orders.
Anyway, Crow, have you seen some of the things which happened on the track?
No, I was very focused on my own race.
Yeah.
I had a very hard task, so I needed to maximize my performance.
Yeah, a lot of crashes that happened, notably the crash of Dutch Master and Buffett were, let's just say, they were a feast to the eyes in terms of the looks.
Yeah, I saw Doge crash right in front of me. Spun out on the straight, the RS straight right in front of me.
Yeah, that was a, let's just call it the crash of nightmares. That
Yeah,
was,
because I was like, I
painful.
was just focusing, I was just complaining that I was understeering, and then I come around the corner and you see what is he in a Jaguar? Just a Jaguar flying there.
Yeah, he ran around like a Ferris wheel.
Yeah,
The amount
interesting.
of
No.
flips and spins.
Yeah, it must have been an interesting race, for sure. But it's good point the team need points. I have been shit in previous races, so I feel like it's kind of redemption. They didn't want me to do the one stop, but I overruled that. Just carried on. Obviously, my teammate crashed, which was unfortunate because he could probably have scored some points, which would have helped. But not too horrendous at this stage.
Yeah, have you actually seen what happened to your teammate? We missed it during the stream.
He told us that he got hit by the bump in the final chicane.
Ah, yes, that is a certainly
But
painful one.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm very disappointed that Falcon was not penalized harder.
I don't even know if
'Cause
he's
he-
actually been penalized. I haven't
'Cause he-
seen anything of it yet.
Well, I was racing him for a lot of the race. He was cutting the last chicane quite a lot and extending into turn 1. So that's that, I suppose, but it's still good results, so I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what to talk about anymore, but except other than the fact that,
I one stopped this shit.
yeah, you one stopped it, the only one stopper actually, so
And I got
congratulations.
points.
What kind of strategy is that?
It was my strategy because I kind of brained it and I miscalculated because I thought it said 30 laps, which was more doable, but it was obviously.
You don't
Was all good.
you don't do 15 laps on a single tire. You just do you just do like let me calculate 9 and 18.
Yeah. But the
Actually no,
problem is-
I'm speed.
I'm really bad.
11
I'm,
and 32.
I'm really bad.
Yeah, would be better.
I'm really bad when it comes to pushing.
Anyway, that was our race
You felt
for
more
today.
smart.
Moving on from the fake news, Elisa will get you end the stream.
But anyway, moving on from today's race. Craig won to Acer, his debut podium, I think I can call it that. Cross Whiskey strategies. Hawks fire in the middle of the race. We've had it all for today. Join us next week in Great Britain, where we will find out if Acer can continue his streak or can Hawk redeem himself to Vexelam. Probably not, but we will find out. Thank you.